Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is May 25th, 2021, and the news are brought to you by a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers called Analogue Spotlight, which are Cameradactyl, Cosmo Photo, Chroma cameras, Reveni Labs, RealitySoSubtle, Intrepid cameras, Pixl-ltr, Brooklyn film cameras, ONDU cameras, standard cameras, 20th century cameras, Pictoriographica, Analogue Wonderland, Cinestill, and large format camera store, which actually have joined together to support the analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide and keeping these news open for everybody to watch and, benefit from film photography news being, available everywhere if you watch it on YouTube. So first thing, the most important part of the news this week is this is the last news here. It's my last week at work. This office, fake studio, is at work. This is the last one here. So for the next 2 weeks or so, I will be in the middle of moving to Finland. So I might do the news in a lake or in an airplane or on an airport or in a bathroom. So just in case, I hope you guys don't mind that. I'm going to have a little surprise about this setup coming hopefully in the next weeks. But for now, this is the last news here. And this week, as the sponsor information that nobody's asked for, but I'm going to do, we have Cosmo Photo. Cosmo Photo is not only a blog talking all the things Soviet cameras and other news, but also sells the Cosmo Mono film, which is an ISO 100 film in 35mm and 120 medium format. And yes, before you jump to the comments to say it's Fomapan 100, he knows, I know, everybody knows. But what's cool about what Steven has done is he's taking it to first making the packaging more appealing for maybe new buyers or people that like the looks of film boxes like we have here. But also he's taking this film further where FOMA wasn't really available. Not only is he pushing film all around the world, but also making it more interesting for some people. Fomapan, as we all know, is not a film that's into promoting itself in any way. It's cheap black and white film, works great, and Cosmo Photo has boxed it, rebranded it, and selling it all around the world with more appeal. So more info on Cosmo Photo very soon in the news. So let's start with the news. Valoi update. Valoi is a Kickstarter campaign for a film holder advancer for digitizing your film. And he's updated basically that they've had some issues with the press. It's going to be shipped, I think, 2nd of June. And also they've been getting the boxes for the final product, and also the film brushes, which are anti-static brushes for scanning your film and getting rid of the dust. Because remember, when you're digitizing with your digital camera, there's no digital ice to apply. Sadly, not yet. And basically, the brushes they had were not the ones they tested, and they were scratching the film, so they have to ask for new ones and so on. So the delivery now has been postponed a little bit. There's all the information on the Kickstarter update down below. And as I've said before, Harold is in Tampere, where I'm going in Finland. We'll be together, hopefully making some content about Valoi for you guys to understand the system better and so on. But they're not sponsoring the news, just letting you guys know. Then I got news from Joey Reddy from Awesome Cameras on YouTube. He's been very busy. He told me he got a proper job, or not, he got a real job, not YouTube, doing video and stuff for others. So he hasn't had time to do a lot of YouTube videos. I'd be missing his content for sure. But now he's also organized what I'm going to call it, the Socal camera show. So South California camera show. It's an actual walk-in camera show that, haven't been happening for a long time. So I'm giving you the details for those that are in California or can fly to California, can drive to California, can swim to California. They have venue and vendors are all locked in for 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. May 29th, so this next weekend, in Long Beach, California. Aside from free admission and multiple vendors selling camera gear, we will have Dexter camera accepting, drop-offs for film developing, and Negative Supply doing a live demo on their scanning tools. Bring your own negatives and give it a try. Also, to stay updated, you can join our mailing list, and I'll leave the link below, socalcamerashow.com. So yeah, this is super cool. Honestly, I'm really happy to see Joey stepping into not just making YouTube videos or maybe photo walks, but doing this. I think it's an awesome thing to do locally if you can. Maybe I'll try to see if I can convince Camera Store to do this in Finland, maybe even if it's for the Finnish market. And maybe once travel is permitted again, we can see each other in person. But I like the idea. So just be safe, guys, those that can go. And please say hello to Joey. If you see him, tell him I mentioned it here and you guys heard about it on the news. I'm sure he'll be happy. He's a good guy. Then we have a 20th century camera washer. Well, cameras making a washer, not a washer for cameras. Sorry for that wording. So it works with film reels, and basically the cool thing is the gravity flow is, I'm reading out, is self-regulating, simple to use, and eco-friendly. Only using 1 liter of water per minute or 10 liters to 3 gallons for a standard 10-minute wash cycle, and completely exchange the full volume of water every 2.5 minutes. So it's simple because you don't need to use a hose. It's basically like transparent cylinder. You put your film reels. It uses Jovo, Patterson, Nikon, I'm sure all these kinds of reels that you can think of that have a center core, and you put them down, and then you open your drain, like your water hose, water, you know what I mean, and it basically fills up, and then out the bottom it kind of like self-regulates. It's pretty cool. So if you're one of those that washes their film like that, this is a great little device, and it's already on pre-sale for $69 on his website. Then, this is one of those things that I have a hard time, and I hope I don't come off in the wrong side of things for people. You know, guys, that I love a 3D printed project, a new little startup, anything that's film related, I'll put on the news. But this comes in, and I'm slightly confused. I'm going to give all the information I have. If there's any other information you guys have or want to input, please leave a comment below, because I don't want to hate on this, and I don't want to sound like I don't like the idea. I'm super excited, and that's why I know about this. So there's a new Kickstarter campaign called Kangrinpoche, I'm reading that terribly wrong, Cosmo camera. And this camera system is a modular camera 4x5 that can use different cones, different lens boards, and I'm saying lens boards interchangeable, they're Linhof style ones. It can do pinhole, you can use a helical to depending on the lens you need to use, so you can get like longer lenses, shorter lenses. It has, the back is also exchangeable, so you can take out the ground glass, you can put like a Graflock back or a 6x12 Horseman back and all this. It's on Kickstarter. But the problem is, this camera system has been in development for years, and I met them personally in Photokina 2016. I even have the brochure in my car, I forgot to bring it up. But this has been made for a long time. They made a video presenting it. It's on the Kickstarter website. It doesn't really watch all the way with me, at least, but I found it on YouTube. I'll leave the link to the YouTube one and the Kickstarter. But this product is already available on their own website and on their own eBay page. So that's where I'm confused. They're making a Kickstarter to pay for the molds and all these things of a product that's already available to buy on eBay today. So why so? Am I missing something in translation? I understand the idea of gathering the costs of what you've invented and it's already available in a way, even if it's prototypes, but what they're selling on eBay doesn't seem like a prototype. In their video, they say they're doing prototypes and it's being tested and they're going to go with it. So they're asking for around 20,000 euros or dollars. I don't know what my Kickstarter defaults for, but it sounds strange to make a Kickstarter for something that you can buy on eBay. And they're not scamming anybody in the sense that like the eBay store has their name and their website has the product. It's just the information is so confusing. Is this a real product that you can buy on eBay? Is it a Kickstarter for something I'm missing somewhere? They say it's for the helicals that are like 17 to something 35 millimeters or 25 to 55 millimeters, depending on the lens you want to use. Like a 180 or a wide angle lens, you need less of a helical because it has to be closer to the ground glass. So yes, very excited about this camera development, and I think it's awesome. And if you Google on eBay or your eBay Cosmo 4x5, you'll see a bunch of that, but I'll leave the links below. But very confused about why is this a product that's already available, and why is it a Kickstarter, and why does it have their same name? Because we've seen Kickstarter scams where people had on Kickstarter product that already existed, and that was a scam. But this is not a scam, and it sounds very strange. But whatever, news is there. Then we have Fuji 400H. Sadly, no good news there. Supposedly everybody's been ordering crazy. They had estimated they would run out of the 120 medium format film version in March 2022, but they've updated to now saying that it's going to be gone by June 2021. So basically you have like 5 days to find whatever you can find in Fuji terms. But yeah, basically everybody's bought up and stocked 400H. Now it's, I heard, like a new currency. You can buy like a car with a break of 5 rolls. But just in case, you can still find it in a store. It will be sold at semi-decent prices probably. Then we have a newish film, at least from, it looks like it, from Ninm, Ninm 400. Film. So this is, remember, Everything's Gonna Be Okay camera or something like that. That was the name of it. So they came out with a camera that was a reusable camera, very much like the Kodak M35 and the double film show, and all these cameras are coming out that seem to be done in some factory in Asia, and you can change the colors and it's a new version. And the film inside that was preloaded was basically something people wanted. So they are selling now the film outside of the camera. So you can buy the film as a roll like this. It's a 400 speed film. It's ISO 24. It's ISO 400. It's a 24 exposure film. And it seems to have a slight yellowing to it from what they say. So like, kind of like sunny late afternoon vibe to it. So you can buy it if you feel like it. I don't know if anybody has tried it out, but let me know. Then we have Mike Walker from Walker Cameras finally putting in an order for the center filter from Schneider. I mentioned it before. It's the 6A, so V1A in Roman numbers. So it's the center filter for the Schneider 72XL, 90XL, and I think the 150XL. They can kind of work with those 3 lenses that need a center filter. And it's 750 pounds, and you still have time to put in an order. So that's coming from Mike Walker, Walker Cameras. If you have those lenses and don't have the center filter, it's highly recommendable. And yes, the filter is extremely expensive. And then we have 400 feet to 100 feet re-spooler 3D project. And don't know what to name this, but basically that's what it is. If you buy double X or some cinematography stock that comes in big rolls, 400 feet. Somebody on Reddit has posted an article about their own little Thingiverse device that will let you re-spool it to smaller cores so you can bulk load it on a bulk loader like this one, and so on. So that's pretty cool. Honestly, if you're one of those that wants to shoot double X or something like it, you can do that yourself. And I'll leave the link. It's free on Thingiverse and you can print it yourself. Then we have Lost Light Art making dry plate holder. As I mentioned before, he has a YouTube channel. He sells dry plates and now is going to be selling dry plate holder. And what's cool about this holder, it's 69 euros in his Etsy store, is it's a dual dry plate holder. Usually dry plate holders are one plate only. This one's dual, so you can print, shoot one way and then shoot the other, just like a large format holder that does normal sheet film. So very cool and interesting. Then we have something that I'm very excited. I'm probably going to buy myself. A Widelux 3D printed filters. If you're a user of the Widelux, you know that the filters for it are extremely rare sometimes and expensive. And they kind of like clip onto the lens, but as the lens rotates, it's not a screw on. Well, somebody has decided to make it 3D printable and selling them for users like me that don't have the filter. And as you know, on the Widelux, you're stuck to, I think, are 3 speeds, 15th. I don't know if it's 125th and 1/500th. I always forget. But you only have 3 speeds. So depending on the ISO you shoot, you go indoors and outdoors, you need like an ND. Super cool. This is available and not the original. I'm very excited about that. Then we have Skyline. I'm saying that name super wrong. Omnar alpha prototype. This is a project between that brand that I just mentioned wrong and 35mmC Hamish Gill, who are making a new like a M lens, and it's a rehoused lens, so it's not absolutely all new, even though they are working on something all new, and it's coming very soon. So there's a couple pictures out there. Seems to be a very small pancakey lens, all brass. I think it's rangefinder coupled and so on. So very exciting. I have more info about it, but I can't really share it, so we'll have to wait about that. Then somebody pinged me on Instagram, which thank you for that. His name is Marius, and he makes, he's under 3D HIRN on Instagram. He's making a 3D Graphlog Instax back, but it's like a mini Graphlog. So for the Mamiya 2.3 6x9 camera. And he says here, the product release is still some time in the future, but I'm making good progress, and I'll keep posting updates here. He just pinged me. This is an Instax mini back for the Graphlog 2.3 system. There is some more info on the other post and highlights. Basically, that's what he's making. So if you're shooting Mamiya press cameras and want an Instax mini back, this is a project to follow. I'll leave the link below. Thank you for pinning me. And yeah, that's the news this week. As always, you can send an email to the email below. Thanks for watching, and for those who lasted all this time, I want to say I'm very upset or sad leaving this set. It's been super fun to have this little fake set with a computer that actually does work, and you know, I really will miss it. This news is on edition 191, which is absolutely crazy. It's turned into the, you know, core of my channel. It's helped me meet a lot of people, from, you know, community people to brands to all kinds of things. So I'm very, very grateful for everybody that's watched, that's put up with me, with my mistakes, with my bad pronunciation, my Spanish wrongness sometimes, and so on. So yeah, I'm very excited for this new step in Nico's photography show and my life and all this. And for those that also decided to give it thumbs down because I talk too much about myself, I'm really sorry. You can go watch the news somewhere else. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very sad at the same time leaving all this. I'll be boxing this and putting it away for the future studio. It might not ever have a news studio dedicated for the news again, but I'm crossing my fingers that that will happen. And as I said, thank you everybody. Thank you Patreons and sponsors for helping me, you know, spend this time every week telling you guys all about the film news. And I thought nobody would care about it, and it's, you know, seems that I was very wrong, thankfully. I just wanted to put out news when I started, and it's, you know, seems there's more crazy people than I thought, like me, basically. So yeah, thank you so much for those that stuck around and watched and comment every week, and always, you know, super nice to me. Thank you so much, and see you in another location. Bye.